For a logger, the mornings come early. Man, it's some great to see the sunrise.
Anyway, it's just a gorgeous day to be into the woods, and there's hardly any flies, and there's hardly a better job that you can go to than being in the woods this time of year. I've been doing it since I was 14, and I also decided to go to university and become a computer nerd, and I did that for 30 years, and it was the worst 30 years of my life as far as career-wise. I'd sooner be eaten by flies and bear than being thrown underneath the bus by. But anyways, I'll enjoy my tractor and my woods work till the day I die, and hopefully I'll get to cut a couple of more cords.
I'll admit it, it's hard work. But as time goes on, you find easier ways to do things. Like that little piece of hardwood there, I can set a big round on top of it, and you can rotate it very easily to the right split area.
Now, summer's been very hot and dry, and we end up getting delayed because we got kicked out of the woods because of the fear of fire. And we're behind schedule, and we're really working hard to try to get our production back up. And this spot here is not that easy to be rushing around because, see, what happens here is we had a skidder in here before 40 years ago. They didn't fill their trenches in, so I gotta use the branches as filler, and then I put a little bit of topsoil on the top and pack it down good, and it's been working pretty good. As you can see here, we got the trenches all filled with the debris and branches, so it doesn't take that much ground to cover that over and pack it down, and then you have a pretty good road. Well, it's coming evening, and I have to get some more wood out. The hill is very, very steep, because if you take a cord on a 45, it's not good. What I do is I drop the logging winch, and it's dragging on the ground, so that serves as a brake as well. But it is a squirrely situation, so I think I'm going to keep taking about 30% of a cord. It seems to be the best. And woes of a logger, and it's the most dangerous job in the world, they say. And I believe that there's just so many things that can happen. I had a hang up the other day, and I cut the tree that was hanging it up, and it came down so fast it just missed my head. You know, I like to work alone in the woods. I am alone, and I do it every day. My father did it every day, and after a while you get very complacent about how dangerous this job is. You know, I mean, there's a stump there. I don't know if you can see it, but there's the tree, and it's about 2 feet across, and there's a lot of things that can go wrong when you're following big trees. That's life as a logger, and you got to take those chances sometimes. And yeah, it's hard work, but nobody wants to do it anymore, and there's not that much money in it. It's sad to say that the way the government treated the private woodlot, what they did was gave all the crown land to the Irvings and the big companies, and they put one of the big giants in charge of managing crown lands. So, as it said in the Atlantic Forestry magazine, if you leave a fox to look after the hen house, you're going to have trouble. But it's a sad situation, I can tell you that, when a little guy is trying to compete against the free lumber that the government gave to the big guys. This evening I decided to come out and fill up the firewood boxes and get ready for tomorrow's jobs. And it means a lot if you don't have to, you can just jump in your tractor in the morning and you can just take off and go right to work instead of putting up the trailer and dumping the load and sharpening the saws and excuse me, the mosquitoes are kind of nasty tonight. And so it means a lot in your day because you get right at it first thing in the morning, and it seems to go a lot better. So as a logger, you got to spend your evening preparing for the work for the next day, and maintenance on the tractor and all that stuff. So there's always stuff to do. You could work 20 hours a day and probably still have more stuff to do. So that's part of life, but at least I'm on my own time and I'm not watching the clock, and I'm not being too stressed out. And you know, it's a way of life, and you either like it or you don't. And I've been brought up doing it since I was 14. My dad did it, and so you know, you get used to doing these things, and things do get easier, and you know, I suppose some people even think it's somewhat romantic, being working in the woods and being out in the cold and being a logger, and I suppose it is, but I guess I'll leave that up to your imagination, because there's a lot of days that is not that romantic when your hands are freezing and you're being bit by mosquitoes like I am right now. But anyway, that's life as a logger. So I love coming out of the woods in the night time. There's just something about the woods. Kind of the sun kind of just shines through the trees and makes a little glow on the side of them. My wife doesn't like it when I'm working late though. She kind of gets a little worried something happened to me and it's dark. But anyway, I like it. And you're dead, you're dead. If I die in the woods, I'll die with a smile on my face. I can tell you that right now. Well, today was kind of a bit of a write-off. The delivery truck, they had a low tire, and he's one of my buddies, so I said, that tire's not that great, so I followed him up the road, and as luck would have it, it did blow. And then take the rim and the tire to the garage and put the tire on the rim, and then come back and put the tire and rim back on the truck, and then deliver the load. So as it turned out, the day was a bit of a write-off, so I'm kind of working here late, and most this evening I spent preparing for tomorrow, and it's very much time well spent, because you sharpen the saws, you get the tractor ready, you fill it up with fuel, you do the maintenance, and you get all that work done, and it means a lot, because in the morning you just jump on your tractor and you go, and you could be working 20 hours and still not have everything done, but you prepare the best you can, and it means a lot when you can just jump on your tractor and head to the woods, and you don't have to even gas your saws up. Pretty good, but the almanac says we're going to be getting snow early, so I don't really look forward to that. I'd sooner be in the woods and blowing snow. I got customers in the neighborhood here that I do, and kind of ties me down for the winter a lot. I can't go traveling and stuff, so you know, it's kind of more of a community service and money making fair, and for the most part I wasn't going to go too far anyway, so. And I'm looking at building a camp up in the woods. I can have a little wood stove, and you got to do what you do to make your fun around here, and I guess that's what life's all about. Life is what you make of it, you know. And you try to keep a positive attitude and keep going, and hope for the best, and be thankful that you're healthy and you have healthy kids, and your family's healthy, and so many people now that's not the case. So every day that you wake up and you can open up your arms and not touch wood, it's a good day as far as I'm concerned. So you know, it's all about enjoying your life.